Hi, my name is Dawn Cott-Acosta, and the book I chose to read about poetry this week is Outside the Box by Carmen Wilson. I know we're not supposed to read the poems out of the book, but I found a couple of them very interesting. I like the opening that she does about this is a humble little book, and it's a great, as you turn the page and take a look, I hope you choose to stay a while to read a poem, relax, and smile. But if you don't find this book, but if you find this book a bore, can't stand to read it anymore, and you tell the world my book is lame, do me a favor, forget my name. I think that's a really good little poem for people, young children to read. Um, I think it sets a tone for poetry sometimes. I think our children think that everything's going to be lame and boring and that you have to read it and understand it all. And I think teaching children that sometimes it is lame. Sometimes you don't like the poems you're reading, and that's okay. Um, this book is full of poetry. There's all different ones. There's some really great pictures in it. There's some really great sayings. There's some odd and some out of the box ones, like this poem's about straight lines and being out of the box, and it's a circle. I think it's a great way to explain to children that sometimes what you read in a poem and you interpret it can be a little bit different than what you read in a story. Sometimes I've read a poem and I think, oh, they mean this, and then when we come together and talk about them, it actually means something else, just by the way the words are put. Or if you miss the period and you skip the word or something, it really makes a big difference in a book of poetry. This is a great book, I would say, to read to children any age. They would probably understand a little better if you read it third through fifth grade. They are very simple poems, so some of the older kids would need something a little more. The drawings in these are really cool because they're not all like roses and daisies, and there are some dark and scary pictures in here. I think poetry is a great way for children to express the dark side of themselves without everybody thinking that they're crazy and reporting them for saying things about death and suicide and things like that. That they can talk about it and feel comfortable and know that and make a meaning out of it that means something to them. This is a really great book, and if you ever get a chance to read them all, I hope you take the time to do it. This is Out of the Box by Karen Wilson.